So one day while I was looking for something to play, I think I was gonna play like Bloons or some shit or anything else that I found. I saw this one game on the recent releases on Steam, and it was surrounded by, by your typical shitty game that you wouldn't even play or the questionable games that we're not gonna talk about. I found a game called Illusion Carnival, created by Kiss, and the first thing that caught my eye was the art style. This is some of the most unique and beautiful art styles I've ever seen. Like, just look at it. I didn't even look at anything else about it. I saw that it was free, I downloaded it and immediately played it. I even convinced one of my friends to play it as well.
Alright, not enough crazy shit is going on. I gotta stop playing. I think I need Subway Surfers on the right side of the screen. And Family Guy on the left side.
Alright, so now that I stopped glazing the art style, how is the actual game, you may be asking? Well, the best way I can describe it is, I would say, a mix of Paper Mario and Undertale, and I also get some vibes from Alice Mender's Returns as well, if anyone remembers that game. Now I have to say, while other indie games would hide the creepy or dark undertones, this game fully embraces them, right off the bat. But adds comedy here and there, so it makes a pretty interesting contrast, in my opinion, and it's honestly quite refreshing as well. So in this game you play as this black and white character who has the ability to turn into a little paper boat. The black and white colors become very important later in the story. Very early in the game you meet this character called Delirini, who calls himself the Guide. You will quickly find out that he is a little quirky, to say the least. The gameplay is like your typical indie game in this style. You can walk around, you have a dash, and the way to fight enemies is called the Urquhart, which I'm not gonna get too into since I want this video to be spoiler free basically. And it's, you know, this thing is very important to the story, so you will mostly be walking around locations and solving puzzles that were honestly pretty fucking good and had me scratching my head a couple times. I even felt kinda stupid after figuring some of them out. Oh no, I'm dumb as hell.
Well, yeah, I can see that, but my fucking brain doesn't work that perfectly, bro. I don't have your brain.
Along with some combat sections where you have to avoid getting hit in a small square, similar to how Undertale does their combat. Well, you know, it's not the same, but it's kinda similar. Like your typical bullet hell, basically. Let's put it that way. While the combat isn't anything revolutionary, I feel like it works pretty well here, since it's not the main focus of the game. And this is only chapter 1, so they might add something else in the future for later chapters, but we'll have to see. Now on to the characters, which is one of my favorite parts of this game. While you only meet a couple of them in this chapter, they are really entertaining and well written, so they don't feel boring to talk to. Delirini, for example. Every time he shows up, you know he's about to say some nonsense or do some wacky shit. None of the characters felt boring to me, which that's really impressive. Now on to Demetria, which is pretty much my favorite character, and she's the polar opposite of what Delirini is. She's serious and she doesn't like to fuck around, which makes a pretty funny dynamic between her and Delirini whenever he shows up. And as the story progresses, she opens up more and more to you, so I definitely want to see more of her story as the game progresses. Now there are more characters that I want to talk about, but I feel like if I got too into detail about them, it will lead into spoiler territory, and like I said in this video, I want to keep it as spoiler free as possible, because I want you to play the game. Now I will say, some of them definitely caught my attention more than others. Now let's move on to what I feel is the most important part about this game, and the reason I wanted to make this video. The environments and the art style. The art design of this game is nothing less than beautiful, in my opinion. I am a complete sucker for this type of horror-esque, cutesy art. This whole game is basically that. Take a screenshot of any part of this game and it can be used as a wallpaper, it's that good. Kiss did a fantastic job in making this world feel alive in a way. I often had to stop and just admire the work that was put into these designs. I know I'm talking a lot about the art style, but like, bro, just look at it, come on now. Also, if you like this art, you should definitely follow their Twitter. They often post art, animations, and concept art about the game. It's really cool to look at, so I really recommend you do that. Speaking of concept art though, when you finish the game, you unlock the gallery, where you can see how the game and characters evolved as time went on. There's also an animation that's tied to the game's universe, fan art, and some descriptions about the characters. To put this much effort into something that not everyone is gonna check out, it honestly says a lot about how passionate they are about this game. Like, look at this.
Yeah, you don't see this type of like insane like creativity that often.
Yeah, like you can tell there's passion behind this. I wish I could delve deeper into this game, but like I mentioned earlier, this is a game that you have to experience for yourself to get the full picture. In my opinion, a walkthrough doesn't do it justice, you have to play it yourself. Also, the game is literally free and can run on basically anything. What are you waiting for? Illusion Carnival feels like finding a needle in a haystack of indie games that feel too similar to each other. I'm sure you understand what I mean by that. So I truly believe that Kiss has something special here, and I am excited to play more chapters as they release. I will leave the Steam and itch.io pages in the description, as well as their Twitter if you feel like following them. Alright, so thank you for watching the video. I don't have anything else to add, so I'll just tell you, why aren't you playing this game?